Hello, my lovely people. Always a pleasure to have you. I know I sound the same every week, but it's true. It's always a pleasure to have you. Niko too so thankful to you guys. Mmekuwa so supportive in my YouTube channel. And we are moving forward. Now, kuna kitu nimekam kurealize that is not really being spoken about, and that is mental illness. Imekuwa common, especially after this strike of the COVID-19. So many people have found themselves depressed, jobs cutting out on you. Na watu wanashindwa what is the way forward. But I have a special guest today, special dear to me, who will talk mostly on this mental illness because she's been a subject of it. I've undergone through mental illness. She's one of my best buddies. She's my girl, and I've grown up with her. And that is my baby sister, Shiwa Rwenge. Most of you know Shiwa Rwenge from being the best queen, Facebook #1, whatever that title was. She's really big on social media. She's the one who's finally also introduced me to this social media, and we're moving forward. Hi, Shiro.
Hi, sister. And for starters, it's queen of Facebook. Let's get that clear.
My bad. You know the difference as we progress before Shiro gets to tell us about us. My baby sister. Oh, I still carry.
You still use the word baby.
Yeah, you've been our baby. But yes, she's an extrovert in social media.
Thank you for you being specific. Social media.
Introvert in real life. I'm an introvert in social media, an extrovert in real life.
In real life, yeah.
Moving forward, Shiro, tell us about yourself. Tuere?
Okay, so my name is Jacqueline Wanjiru Rwenge, but out there on social media, where I am popularly known, people know me as Shiwa Rwenge or Shiru Rwenge, or even She, queen of Facebook. That was like 10 years ago. So I am a Kenyan lady living in Kiambu County. And I recently relocated back here because this is my home actually. I relocated a few months ago after living in Mombasa for 5.5 years.
Amazing. So how was it growing up with me as a big sister?
Sijui chome.
Choma kama utaweza. Kinukuwe serious, kuwe real.
I'm always real, guys. So anyway, growing up with you was a combination of fun combined with some kidogo fear. You know, because you're older than me with 5 years.
Yeah. And
our elder brother is older than you with 1 year and me 6 years. So I used to see you guys as deputy parents. You see? So yeah, we were having fun, but you were also strict. You have to admit you are also
It's called being protective. Being protective. Don't forget, when mom and dad went to work, especially when we closed school.
Yes.
They used to give our house helps enough,
yeah,
for a sense of responsibility.
Yes.
So I was in charge of like the cleanliness of making sure you eat food and cleaning your poop.
Wow. Well, yeah.
Kama was in charge of manning the gate, you know.
True, yeah.
So yeah, it was more of protective.
You were, but they were very overprotective, especially our elder brother. That's one. Hey, that's a story for another day.
I'm still scared of Kamau.
I am still scared of him as well. But it's also, do you remember there's a time I got a love letter when I was in Form 2? Alafu ukaisoma ukairarua. Then you went and told on me that evening to mom that instead of going to school and study, I have a boyfriend next door. It was like, I was a teenager. So that's the part I'm saying. Sometimes you were over strict, but I would understand where you were coming from now. Because to be honest, had you guys not been that strict, I think I would have either dropped out of school while pregnant or something. I don't know. But it came from a place of love, and I only came to realize that way later.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Shiro, let me ask you something. There's a way you come out on social media, fierce, aggressive, strong. You're a comedian, you're funny, especially on TikTok. But what is it that, you know, today basically our main topic, nataka kuongea about mental illness, and I know you've been a subject of that, and you have the best details to a point when even just growing up, I'm learning a lot about mental illness because I also went through depression. I didn't know that there are probably even things as a sister that I did to you or said, and I was not aware of what you were going through. So, before we jump cut that, tell me, going to school, how was it?
Like high school, primary, or campus? Because I think I can believe I had different lives in each school that I went to.
I understand you have been the last born.
Being the last born, like I said, you and our elder brother, you older than maybe 5-6 years, respectively. And when you went to high school, in boarding school, both of you, I was in class 3.
Yes.
So it was just me, dad, and mom. And it was, I kind of felt like lonely because you remember the things we used to do
As kids.
We used to, me and you actually, we used to play Sophia.
Sophia was actually
our game.
a drama. We had
Me
a
and
drama
you.
show
I
called
know, right?
Sophia.
Called Sophia. I was Sophia and you were my mom.
Yes, I was.
I know, right?
And I was that strict mom. Maybe that's where Miss Morgan is.
I think so. And then we used to harmonize songs
I know.
that we used to sing in church, present during family get-togethers.
Yes.
And then when you guys went to boarding school, it felt like this huge void has been left, and I was feeling lonely. So and then mom was busy. You know, she was busy
She
with
was in
work.
corporate world.
Dad as well. They were both in corporate world. So it was just me and the house help, and that is why I ended up becoming close with the house helps that we used to. If you now look back and see, I was very, very close with the nannies that used to bring us up. It was just me and them, and they were very good to me.
Wow, that kind of now.
You're saying it now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it because I'm a single mom with one kid.
And you see how Imani is close with the nanny, like she is, yeah. And no, I'm not saying that you're not there for, but I'm just saying is, she doesn't have a sibling.
Yeah, because that's been the sing song for the last 2 years. The other day she actually said, Mom, I asked you for a sister, no sister. I even said it's okay if I have a brother. But now how about a cat? Something.
You see?
Yeah.
You see,
so
for
that's
me,
a big statement.
It is a big statement. Because for me now, I had 2 siblings who I used to play. Because even Kamau, I used to play with him games. But him, he was rough. I think he's the one who taught me how to defend myself.
He's the boy.
He's the one who taught me how to defend myself, and that's why no one can actually touch me.
Really?
Right. He taught me how to push someone or to defend myself, not attack someone, defend.
Okay.
So now when you guys moved and went to boarding school, I was all alone. But then again, I also finished class 8 and went to a boarding school. And I was in boarding school for only 2 years. I couldn't hack it. I couldn't hack boarding school because
you are mommy's egg?
Yes, there's that. I used to fake being sick so that I could come home. Mom, I'm sorry. I used to fake that I'm sick so that I could just come home and be with mom. Dad was not in the country, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yes. So after 2 years in high school, I told mom, I don't want to go to a boarding school. I want to go to a day school that is near here so that I can be seeing you, And she's like, okay, fine. So she took me to a day school. And not to exaggerate, because mom can really be sarcastic. She took me to a school so interior, GPRS inasema unnamed road. You see? And it was a mixed day school, but it was in Githongori. So because Githongori is quite a distance from home, I used to stay with Auntie Wangoi, my mom's last born sister. And then on weekends, I used to come home. And then I finished high school. So that was the last 2 years of high school were pretty good. Because I was around with family. And then, you and also Kamau, after you finished high school, you moved out immediately. You went to campus, boarding. You guys were never here.
I moved out immediately.
Yeah. You actually moved out immediately after high school. You were never here. I was here even when I was in campus. I was in a day campus, actually. But I kind of feel like my whole life turned around from 2010. Or rather 2011, which is now where this soul story is going to start.
Okay, 10 years ago.
10 years ago,
So we are going to jump all that lovely life,
yes.
that upgrowing. And also, do you feel also it been a trigger for you to have been a subject of mental illness?
The
void of you feeling my siblings have gone, my parents are there but kind of absentee.
It does actually contribute to a major part because you see, I was the only child then. You guys are not here, so in case of anything, like if dad or mom asks me about something, there's hakuna mtu akunitetea. You remember the way you used to tetea me a lot? You don't remember? You'd be like, no, Shiro, achana na yeye.
Till today.
Girl. So I felt, oh my God, the only person I had was our cousin Nyawera, who is my age mate. So after school, when we'd get here, I would just go run to their place and stay there until 7 p.m. then come back home. Because this whole house was just mom and dad, and mom and dad they're busy with their personal life. There's work. They're talking about adult things.
Okay.
And all that. So,
I get your drift.
Yeah.
Shiro, we are going to jump all this because our main topic today is on mental illness.
Yes.
I know there are so many amazing things that you've done successfully. You being crowned queen of Facebook, the first queen of Facebook. I mean, how big is that?
Yeah.
And that was like which year?
2010, April 24th. Oh, wow.
You have to know the day. That was a big day for me.
And I was like, who?
What is that?
You were not like a celebrity or anything, but you became the queen of Facebook because of being out there loudly.
On Facebook, yeah.
On Facebook, yes, you had fans. You were a celebrity because you were popular on Facebook when Facebook started.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that I really admire about you. And out of that, you got to work shows like Mother-in-Law.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know there's the acting bit in you which you don't really
embrace. That is, oof, man. I did it 3 episodes only, and I felt like I'd shot those episodes for like a whole year. I don't know how you do it. And I even told Mom, acting is Shiko, and Shiko is acting. Me, I'm more into the
Shiko is me.
Oh, sorry. So yes, Shiko is her, and I'm Shiro.
Shiko
I know. So,
she and she,
yeah. So I'm more into service. I like helping people a lot. Okay. So that's why
actors also help people.
Let me be specific. I love the hotel industry. Hospitality.
Right.
Yes.
Which you have been in.
Which I've been in for the longest period
Where
of time.
did you serve the most?
Serena Hotels. I started off, first did my, I schooled here at Kemu University, and then I did my internship. See, with Serena Hotels, they prefer first to groom you first before they take you in. And I think Serena is what actually really changed me entirely on a very positive perspective, made me more responsible and ambitious. So I first did my internship in Nairobi, and then after the internship, they called me back. And then after a year, I got a position in Mombasa now, which is when I relocated. And when I moved, I never told anyone, because being mommy's girl, Mom will be like, no, mtoto wangu any Mombasa. You are not going to Mombasa. So I had to go without telling anyone, go get that job. And now when I've settled, looked for a house, and I'm now staying by myself, that's when I broke the news to my family, and they were like, wait, what? Yeah. You remember in the family group, everyone was actually
like,
shocked.
huh?
Yes. I was like,
when?
Yeah, I know.
How did she?
I broke the news to them in April, and I'd moved January 10th to 2016.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you're in Mombasa. Number one, I don't think I can survive more than 5 days in Mombasa.
You've told me that so many times.
I get so homesick. I don't know whether it's the weather, the food, or the
environment.
Poleness.
Yeah.
Utaratibu ni mingi sana huko. So for me, if it's not a quick weekend holiday back home,
you can't have.
Sielewi. Lakini knowing you as a personality, because I think our brother, David, myself, and you, I keep telling people, apart from looking alike, tukae kwa two place moja unadhani tumelelewa kwa nyumba different.
Actually, right now, just when I posted I'm coming to do this show with you, someone commented and said, it's funny how two people can look alike but so different.
Yeah.
Which is true. We look alike, but we are, all the three of us, we are different people.
Yeah, my brother is that cool waters, conservative, routine, reserved.
All those good things.
Yeah. So me, I'm that social, I will tell you as it is. No nonsense, don't be stepping on my shoes, but hey, let's be work in progress. Independent.
Yes.
You're that in both.
It's both. It's both.
Yeah.
It's both, and that is brought by the fact of it's actually my condition that makes me, which we'll talk about in shortly, about being that soft and emotional and mushy, and then now the other side of telling it to you like your face. So it's kind of a balance. Okay, sure. We look like we are going to do this part 1 and part 2. So we've got to know who Shiro is and where she's coming from. We start talking here, hatutamaliza, but now when we come to part 2, we really want to know what mental illness is all about. By the way, what is mental illness? Okay,
there's stress, depression, mental illness. Are all those different?
What need to understand is there's a difference between mental illness and mental disorder.
Where are you? Where were you?
Where are
you healing from?
Mental disorder.
What's the difference from depression?
A disorder is mental depression. Depression is actually a mental illness because that is a mood disorder. Mine is a personality disorder, and those are two different things. But I'd actually gotten a misdiagnosis first. At first, I'd gotten diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which now is a mood disorder, and that is why even while taking meds, I wasn't seeing any improvement at all until when I moved to Mombasa and got the right psychiatrist and therapist, got a second diagnosis, and then I was diagnosed with BPD, which is what we call borderline personality disorder.
Is only mingi? They sound scary. Those are terms I only watch in med documentaries. House.
the doctor, the good doctor. But it's only actually me only came to find out about your mental illness this year.
Yeah.
So let's cut this to part 2. This introduction is deep. Maybe you need to hear about it from someone who is talking it on first word, first terms, first circumstances, first everything, first exposure, first knowing where we get it, how it starts, what triggers. And you know what? It's one of the topics that people are so scared to talk about or are under denial about. Hawataki kusema mimi kona shida. Then society wants to shun and ostracize people and say, ona ule alikosa mwelekeo.
Kama hizo ni tabia za wazungu. Guys.
Ati tabia za wazungu.
Yeah, oh guy, I can't tell you the things I've been told. Oh, those are Western problems. Hizo ni mashida za kuchekea. Depression ya watu wako rich. It's at first it's funny and then again it's not, because this thing is real as it gets, and I'm speaking from first-hand experience. This depression, just like other illnesses like diabetes or terminal illnesses like cancer, can get anyone regardless of age, race, gender.
Right, let's find out tomorrow. Let's continue this show tomorrow and let's find out where we can seek the help and what are the symptoms of it, and you do not even know that you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting this YouTube channel. Thank you, my baby sister, for being here. Abu onyesha ka song tulikuwa tunaimba tukiwa tuna harmonize.
Oh, used to do gospel songs. There's like, well,
of course we did gospel songs.
I don't know where did you always give me the bass? You know, okay, fine, it's fine.
Okay, she was always the bass.
I was always the bass. Imagine, and then I'm like younger than I was. Anyway, it's fine. So,
of course, the reverend, so we had no choice.
By the way, and then mom used to make us sing in church. So.
Anyway, it's not a bad thing.
It is a good thing, by the way.
Ikitupoa sana kwa church na kuomba na
so
kuimbia God.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2.
Okay, go.
Well, I've been reading.
Okay, no.
Well, I've been reading. Well, I've been reading and I've been feeding upon the blessed word of God. Marvelous story, so full of glory. It tells a path that Jesus taught. He was once a leader, a sin forgiver, and every problem understood. Everywhere he went, my Lord was doing. Yeah, that always happened. I always found myself coming in joining her voice, because why would you give me a bass?
Our Lord is still doing good. God bless you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.